Welcome to CathyChat. See, I have one of the industry leaders with me today, and I am so excited for you to meet her if you haven't already. She's kind of a global superstar, and you're going to find out why. Welcome with me, the one and only Cindy Kerr. How are you, my friend?
Oh my gosh, Cathy, I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me. I just love you to death, so I appreciate being here.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. One of the things that we have been chatting about since I actually met you at Bible study a couple months ago, it seems like time is flying. So who knows what Groundhog Year looks like. It's so awesome to get to know people in different types of situations and environments. And it was one of those instant attraction things. And everything you say is just like, oh my gosh, this is like gold nuggets.
Oh, you are so sweet. Thank you so much. And I feel the same about you. So it's just one of those instant connections that I absolutely love.
If there is anyone on the call that has actually never heard of Cindy Kerr, tell us a little bit about you.
Okay. Yes, I am a retired police sergeant. I'm a military veteran from the Air Force. And now I am enjoying my business as a certified health coach. I also have another business that's called Juice Plus. We can talk a little bit more about that in a minute. But for me personally, I am a Christian who loves my family, who loves the outdoors, who loves traveling. And one of my passions while I travel is just to meet and get to know people. So I just really love digging in and knowing who people are, where they're from, and those connections.
That is fantastic. A police officer and in the military, my goodness, that is definitely one of those things. First of all, certainly thank you for your service. But what does that transition look like from a standpoint of military, sergeant, and now Juice Plus health coach? How did that segue happen?
Yeah, that's an interesting question because I found myself as a busy professional just not taking care of myself. And while I was working, I was just so exhausted, slapping my face as I was commuting just to stay awake. And I also found myself just getting home so tired, I could hardly function.
Wow.
And it transitioned from knowing I needed to take care of my health then to survive in the career. And it doesn't happen overnight, but all the simple changes I made, I'm like, wow, now that I have good energy, I feel better. I quite honestly, and this is kind of personal, but I think a lot of people have problems with their digestion, like with their poop. I'm going to just say the poop word. And that was all caused by inflammation in my body because I wasn't doing the right things. And so now I have a passion for what worked for me to help others.
Oh my gosh. And isn't that the truth? Some of our businesses, our lifestyle, all of that comes from things we experience personally. And when you find a company that actually allows you to now share what you've learned with others, that's what it's all about. And you are so great at that.
Oh, thank you so much.
So yeah. How did you actually hear about Juice Plus the first time? Like where did that information come from?
I have a really good friend who, our community with Juice Plus is about inspiring healthy living around the world. And it encompasses more than just our products we offer. So she invited me to a salad in a jar party where we do meal prep salads, which I do online virtually now with people. But she invited me there and I seriously crossed my arms and was like, oh, great. Now I get to hear the spiel, Because one of the things that I learned as I was working on my health is, to be skeptical and really take a look at vitamins, supplements, or anything that people are telling me, oh, this is good for you. Well, I heard the spiel and found out that it was whole foods. And it was just really powdered produce, picked fresh, freeze-dried, and put into capsules, making it easy. And I thought, yeah, it's not about what I'm eating, because I was eating pretty good, but it was what I was missing. I'm like, I got to give this a try to see, because even though I was eating better, I was exercising, I was drinking more water, I just still needed that jump start. Well, after 4 months of taking the Juice Plus product, I was like, holy moly, it is just giving myself that rainbow of food, nutrition that my body needed. Because you see my garden in the background. For those of you who are visual, I have this tower garden, for those who are just listening on the audio. And it is one of our products that we offer, is to grow your own produce indoors or out. Well, what you could see, if you could see it, is all greens. And it's amazing because I don't have to go to the store and buy my greens, but I'm still not getting the variety that I need, nor am I getting the 9 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables that I need every day.
That would be a lot.
It's just not possible.
Yeah, you gotta be eating a lettuce leaf all day long, just constant. Your tower looks amazing, actually. My goodness.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Right now I'm growing some lettuce, some cilantro, some parsley, chives, Swiss chard, kale, collard greens. Like the options are so many.
Can you tell us a little bit about, especially for those listening, can you tell us a little bit about how you actually do a tower garden? Like you set it up at, hopefully you don't have to be a rocket scientist to get that whole thing figured out.
No, that's a good point. Is my husband is a huge gardener. He loves digging in the dirt and all of that stuff. And me, not so much. I don't pay attention to that stuff, nor do I like it. But with the tower garden, what that is it was actually created at Epcot Center. I don't know if anybody's been through, I think it's called Future World, but they said, wow, people need this. And so what it is there's a container at the bottom. It's like the bottom piece holds the water and the liquid minerals. So there's no dirt involved. And there's a pump at the bottom and it pumps up water to the top and it showers the roots that are hanging on the inside of the tower. It showers that 5 minutes of every hour. The rest of the time, those roots are just in air. So it's called aeroponic gardening. And it only takes up 2 feet around of space. So anywhere that people have indoors, if they want to grow indoors, small spaces. It's super, super simple. The one, if you can see it now, if you're visual, it's in my office in the corner where I would have a table. It's just so easy. And the Tower Garden Home, there's 2 options. There's a Tower Garden Flex that is more durable for the outside. It's got, it holds 20 gallons of water in the bottom. This one on the inside, the Tower Garden Home, holds 13 gallons. So it's easier to maneuver. There's wheels at the bottom. There's lights that come with it. But you're saving 90% water from a traditional garden. It grows a lot faster and you can harvest in it. The things keep growing. So for me, who doesn't like to garden, I can just go here, put my seeds in, put my water and minerals in, and poof. Like we were gone all last week. If I had a regular garden, I'd need somebody to come take care of that for me. But no, it just was growing on its own, all nice and fancy. And here I can have my garden year round.
I see. That's a perfect explanation, actually, because I never actually knew that the roots are on the inside, just hanging there. I assumed that everything was in dirt somewhere, and I'm definitely not a dirt fan either. So I appreciate that explanation. Are lights mandatory? Like even if you have a sunny window, the lights are still important?
They are. What we found is that even through a sunny window, there is still a shield on windows in homes that protect the inside from the lights, where plants can't really grow using that sunlight. And so the lights are mandatory. They're on during the day and off at night. So there's a timer for them too, because plants need to sleep at night also.
My goodness. What is something you've grown in your tower garden that you didn't mention what you're growing now?
Well, in the outdoor gardens, a lot more can be grown outside because that's where your flowering plants are, where they need bees and things for pollinators. But one of the most interesting things that we've grown that I absolutely love is broccoli and cauliflower. And what I learned from that is that you can actually eat the leaves of those plants too while that broccoli and cauliflower is growing in the middle. And
No,
it's delicious.
I would never have known that at all, because that's usually the stuff that you cut off and throw away.
Yeah, it's so useful. You can put it in stir fry or smoothies or soups or so many different things and eat all that nutrition.
When you first told us about how you found Juice Plus, or perhaps it found you, and you went to the Salad in a Jar party, tell us a little bit about Salad in a Jar. You said that you do virtuals for those too.
I do, because so what you do if you're in person is everybody brings a large amount of one ingredient, and it's kind of like a buffet where you go around and layer food in a mason jar so that you have 5 salads in the fridge in a mason jar. And so when I do it online, I really show how to layer it so that it lasts your 5 days, and really a variety of ingredients that you can put in your salad so that it's not a boring salad. Some people just think, oh, salad, it's just lettuce, tomato, cucumber. No, it's so much more than that, and how it can be filled with nutrition for you for on the go, or just a quick, oh, I'm here at the house, I just need something and I don't feel like preparing anything.
That is so awesome. And so how do people reach you? How can they find those videos?
Well, they can reach me because I'll start putting my events on my links. There's 2 different ways to reach me. One is you can text me at 520-815-5526 and let me know, hey, I want to know your current events, and I'll keep you on my events list to invite you. And also, if you text the number 2021 to that text, I'll send you wellness tips on Wednesdays. And that's just a free service that I offer. And I would love for you guys to send me a message, let me know a little bit more about you so that I can better help you in whatever it is, whatever area of health and wellness that you're interested in. And then second, I have a Linktree link, and I don't know if you know about Linktree, but it's kind of a place, it's an all-in-one link for people to go. I have free health resources and recipes there. You can book a free 15-minute health consult, because I did mention I am a health coach. I'm a master certified health coach. And you can click learning more about the gardening, more about the supplements, our whole food supplements that we offer with Juice Plus. And that link is Linktree/healthy habits for all. And that's the number 4. So Linktree is LINKTR.ee. And then the / healthy habits for all, the number 4.
Wow. Well, now that is a pretty fabulous format, it sounds like already, because now you've got videos, now you've got health tips, now you've got wellness tips, and now you've got event calendar items that people can actually attend. Is there a join or a membership to attend any of your events?
No, they're free. I am going to start doing some paid events here pretty quickly that are going to be really targeted for a certain specific audience, limit to 10 or so people, so that I can do some laser coaching with them at the end of our session. So that will be coming soon. I just don't have a link to that right away.
We are starting the 3rd month of 2021, if you can imagine. I cannot believe actually how fast time has flown, and the first 2 months of the year are already almost behind us, and that just always makes my head spin. But as you come up on the 3rd month of the year, how do you feel people are doing on their New Year's resolution, or let's make 2021 the best ever? How are your clients feeling as far as their success journeys?
Well, the people who work with me are really seeing success because part of what they get with me is consistent coaching, encouragement, inspiration, so that it's not like, oh, you're just a customer and then you never hear from me again. Because I know how long it took me to make simple changes. It doesn't happen overnight. And the encouragement and inspiration and being available to ask questions has been so helpful for the people that I've been working with. They're really seeing success with eliminating some toxins from their body that's like reducing maybe some of that mid-waist gain, some of that tiredness, things like that. But, you know, I know statistics are showing that in the 3rd month, well, a lot of people have fallen back, and it's hard to do by yourself. You're looking to make a change, and change by itself and by yourself is not easy. So I always love working with people on that.
I really do think that's fascinating. And I would think that your personality is a magnet in itself, but also your knowledge and your vast array of experiences over your lifetime has also served you well in your coaching business.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'd like to give just one tip for people to go away with, just so that they have something from this session, is Dr. Sears likes to talk about the rule of 2s. And that is to eat twice as often. People are like, what? But eat half as much and chew twice as long.
Wow.
Say
that again. That's profound.
Yes. So the rule of 2s, it is eat twice as often, but eat half as much and chew twice as long.
My goodness. Fabulous tips for all of us, that's for sure. Now, before we leave today, my friend, you have mentioned a lot about the gardening piece and some of the things that you have grown. And you mentioned that on one of your websites, you also have recipes. I need to know, what is your favorite recipe so far?
Well, one of my favorites is to do like a 1-pan Mexican quinoa dish, where everything cooks in a skillet. It's quinoa, it is black beans, it's some salsa, it is just all in 1 pan. And then we just make it like, you can add avocado to it, you can roll it up in a healthy tortilla. So filling, lots of protein, lots of veggies. You can add even some chopped kale to it to add some greens. It's really versatile. I love it.
And I bet it looks beautiful too. And I'm hoping on your website, not only recipes, but pictures of those recipes, right?
Yeah, there's books. There's actually books. When you go to the free recipes, there's ebook recipes in there that you could click on and download yourself and make those. But if you follow me on any of my social media, I do post a lot of good recipes, or I'll post a pic. And if you want the recipe, I always give that. Yeah, there's so many good ones.
That is absolutely so nice, honestly. I could actually talk to you forever. And again, thank you for your service to our world and in all your capacities. I mean, you're serving us now, and I love that so much. And it was such a pleasure meeting you at Bible study, and I look forward to that every single week, actually. And I'm thrilled that you said yes to CathyChat.
Oh, you're such a blessing, Cathy. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. And thank you to everyone watching and listening today. And again, if you haven't connected with Cindy Kerr yet, I recommend that you do. And she mentioned several of her locations where you can find her on social media. So do connect with this lady who definitely has our health and foremost in her mind. So thank you for being with us today on CathyChat. And thank you, Cindy.
Thank you, Cathy.